Third guy here, I think we should all have some pretty decent opinions on this guy. His name is Marcus Sasser. Averaged 12.2 points, 5.2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 3.4 turnovers. He only shot 33% from the field and 25% from behind the long line. I don't think we saw everything we wanted to see from Marcus Sasser from a scoring standpoint, but I think we saw some flashes here and there of what he can be as a playmaker in this league. I started with Gabe last time, so Valley, we'll start with you this time. What did you think about Marcus Sasser?
Um, a very discouraging summer league for me. Um, a lot of his concern has been about that body he has. He's a small guard. He is. He's undersized, and I think even in the summer league that was evident. And you see the high turnover numbers, although there was an emphasis on playmaking, but really didn't score the ball. Didn't shoot the ball very well. One thing about him is his he hesitates to shoot the catch and shoot three a lot. He almost prefers to rock back and forth side to side, getting that step back going left before he shoots his threes. But I think there were a lot of opportunities for him to catch and shoot, and playing alongside Cade most of the time or Ivy, you're not going to have the ball most like all the time. So I think like that catch and shoot three is should be an option for him, and I think he's a very good shooter. I'm not sure why he's hesitating to shoot those as much. But all around, I was pretty discouraged, and I have a lot of questions as to whether or not he can fill in as that backup point guard. That summer league made me say, no, he can't be a backup point guard, and we either need to go and acquire, somebody like a Tyus Jones would be insane, but like some sort of backup point guard, or you relegate Ivy to the bench and make him your backup point guard. Because right now, I do not have faith in Sasser being that guy. Based on what I saw in the summer league, I just think in the NBA, I'm just really worried. I know we saw a lot about him, but I was really discouraged by those 4 games. I hope it just is a rough patch he was in, and he can get it going again.
Yeah, and I think the first game he was just absolutely gassed, so I don't think he was in basketball shape. Motor City Hoops also said that it kind of reminds him of like a Sadiq Bey thing where he would turn down an open catch and shoot to do like a dribble dribble sidestep and then shoot a
Yeah.
three. So I was kind of like that's a scary comparison. But I think like you said, he turned down some of those shots so that he could focus more on playmaking. If we just let Marcus Sasser just like let him cook, let him score, I think it's more of his role. So I'm hoping we either do acquire a backup point guard to allow Sasser to do that, or a question I want to bring up later is maybe we don't really need a backup point guard if you're going to stagger Caden Ivy the entire game, right? Then Marcus Sasser just comes in and just scores, right? I think we've compared him to like an Alex Burks type of player where he just comes in and he scores. So let's see what happens with Marcus Sasser. Hopefully he can get that shot going in the preseason and into the regular season as well. Gabe, your thoughts on Marcus Sasser?
Yeah, the difference between Alec Burks and Sasser's Alec Burks would probably put up like 35 in those games. Um Sasser, like second year guards in summer league, if they're any good, they tend to dominate, which is what we were hoping for. Like Keon Ellis played 1 game, dominated. Even Scottie Pippen
Scottie Pippen
Jr.
Jr.
was
Yeah,
amazing, and he's like, if he was on our team, we'd think he was better than Sasser. So it's like I don't really have high hopes. I do think we should get a like realistically, like you said, Ivy Cade's staggering. We need like a third string point guard, and I always think a vet is best in those positions, like Corey Joseph esque. Um, so I'm sure there's some random guy out there in the league. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So two things. Number one, do we want to touch on the fact that Patrick Beverly turned down the Pistons to play overseas?
Oh, he did. Yeah,
He
I
did.
heard he's
Did he
playing
really? We offered
overseas.
him or something?
Yeah, we offered him a contract. So it's 2 guys this offseason that have turned down the Pistons to play elsewhere. Secondly, you said Corey Joseph, so I just had to throw this in there too. Corey Joseph is now teammates with the man that put him on a poster in his rookie season, Apollo Banchero. So
How about
two
a
Yeah,
guys.
two-year deal for
he
Corey,
got a pretty
man?
good deal with Orlando
Yeah,
there.
that
Yeah,
seems kind
right.
of crazy to me.
So yeah, continue with your Marcus Sasser.
Yeah, so seeing a guy who's already been through the league and played a decent amount of time, not like he didn't look like he was commanding the game at all, either with a scoring threat or like with knowing like how to pass. And like you said, Vi, that like not taking those threes is infuriating. That was like the main thing he needed to change from last year. So like I wouldn't be surprised if he just isn't on the team or like doesn't play. I really think we need a guy who is just good and like isn't gonna do anything bad or stupid or just make the right play as that
Well,
the
well said.
last guard in the roster pretty much.
I
Well
got a
said.
I got a question and potentially a follow-up depending on your answer. Statistically, who would have played better this summer? Killian or Sasser in the minutes in the role they were given in the summer league?
I mean,
If the role was
probably
just to
Killian.
facilitate, yeah. If the role was just to facilitate Killian.
Then who would you rather have on your roster starting next season?
I would rather have Killian than Sasser, but
Oh,
I think it was worth the try to see if we had something there because he does have that scoring archetype. But some people just aren't at that NBA level, and that's fine. He's a type of guy that'll like dominate in Greece for like 10 years because of he's just like so quick and hard to touch.
I don't know. I wouldn't rule him out just yet.
a Killian return as a third string point guard.
No, the Hell yeah, put the house down on it. No, Marcus, I wouldn't write off Sasser just yet.
No,
Um,
I wouldn't either.
but yeah, I mean, I think we're on like the generally discouraged boat based on his performances over the summer league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
I'd say like the next guy. I don't think he's the best guard on this team.